It's Tuesday, college baseball fans, and you know what that means. It
Mailbag.
it is another Tuesday mailbag that we're going to answer all your questions, or most of the questions, I should say, because we had to throw out quite a few. But we're going to answer your questions about college baseball and our opinions on it. We did this last week, really successful. People loved it, and we had more submissions this week than we did last week. So we had to narrow it down to 7 that we really liked because we want to keep the video nice and short and clean just for you. So. James, I'm going to go ahead and lead us off with my favorite question.
All right.
Who is your Golden Spikes favorite, and who is also a Golden Spikes sleeper?
Ooh. Well, we are getting to the time of year where we can actually start making predictions on these things. I think my favorite is Kyle McCann for Georgia Tech. Guy is an absolute monster. I wouldn't put it past him. I think he's still got room to grow this season. I think he hasn't even peaked, honestly. Um, and a sleeper, God, I like Spencer Brickhouse as a sleeper from East Carolina.
Two-way player. That's why.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. The guy does it all. I think he might be able to wiggle his way into winning that award.
Yeah. No. So
What
I'm
about
glad.
you? What you got?
I was gonna say I'm glad we didn't have the same players. I think for me personally, Hunter Bishop is the clear favorite right now. The way he's swinging
Yeah,
the bat and leading that team in offense, like it says a lot whenever you're leading the best offensive team. Like, you know what
one
I
hundred
mean? Like,
percent,
if you're the MVP of the MVP,
one
then
hundred
you're
percent.
gonna win. So he's my favorite right now. I think it's his to lose unless he goes through like a cold spell at the end of the year.
He
I
also
think
has
he,
double-digit bags this year too.
yeah.
Double-digit
Oh
bags.
yeah. No, he's producing a lot of offense, and he also plays solid defense in center field. So I would love to have him on my team. And then
Not bad.
my sleeper is from Tulane, Cody Hosey. I believe he's like third in runs created, which is like a huge analytical stat that
He's a
baseball
baller.
coaches really look at. Somewhere like 14, 15 home runs, over 45 RBIs. Like the guy is crushing it, leading Tulane
Animal.
to an awesome year. So that's my sleeper. I think he won't get as much love because he plays in the American Conference versus like the SEC or the ACC or the Pac-12. But even though he's in a smaller conference, like he's still performing better than anybody else. So that's a sleeper. If he really turns it on at the end of the year, he could pull away with it.
100%.
Question 2. Who do you think has the best uniforms in college baseball?
Ooh,
Oh, let
man,
me go. Let me go ahead. Since I just talked about Cody Hosey,
yeah,
and you know, it leads me right to my favorites, Tulane. And I think you kind of
no
agree with
doubt,
me.
no
Yeah, we've
doubt.
talked about it before.
They're so clean. They're so clean.
They have the little, like the uniforms that have like the bat on it, and there's
Yeah,
like pelican and a pelican. I love when teams do that, like the St. Louis Cardinals style. The two
yeah.
birds on the bat. That's the coolest thing in sports.
So clean.
And they
I'm a big
also,
fan. That's definitely my number one choice, but we'll throw a couple more in there. Definitely big fan of North Carolina.
oh
Uh,
yeah.
the whole Michael Jordan prestige thing really allows them to like be over the top and just
Mhm.
blow people away. So I really like the Tar Heels.
Did Michael Jordan ever play baseball at college?
No,
I guess he
no,
did, right?
no.
All right,
Ninety nine.
I had to ask. I
Yeah,
had
no,
to
I'm
ask.
99% sure he did.
I think I'm 100% sure he did
Yeah,
because like we would have seen some kind of video of it or whatever. So I'm
yeah.
gonna say
Maybe that's
Tulane.
something we can Photoshop in. That's something we can
If
create.
that's what the people want, we'll give it to them. Uh, so I'm gonna go with Tulane, but like a sleepers. Ole Miss has some pretty cool ones. Too
Mhm.
bad I already canceled Ole Miss this season.
They
So
canceled themselves. Let's be
yeah,
honest.
anytime a team has a powder blue uniform, I'm all for it. Like I
Yeah,
love powder blue.
one
More
hundred
teams
percent.
need to go to that. So question 3: what is your go-to walkout song?
Oh,
So
are we
walkout. I
talking?
guess is walkout pitcher. Walk up is hitter.
I think walk out as pitcher and walk up as hitter.
All
Yeah,
right. So
but
neither
they
one of
probably
us.
mean both.
Yeah, neither one of us were pitchers, but I mean, dude, Enter Sandman, like Mariano Rivera style,
It's a
or like
classic.
Hell's Bells from Heath Bell.
Oh yeah,
Both
any
of those, as far as like walkout song goes, love
yeah.
those. Like
Those
classic.
those are really good. Also, really good country music. If you're at a country school, like Country Roads. If you're a Virginia guy, that's
Country
also
Roads. How many players do you think switch their walkout song to Country Road? Or what's that new song? Uh, dude, you've heard it.
well. Hey, but speaking of
Old Town
walkouts,
Road. Old Town Road. That's what it
I'll have,
is.
I'll have to listen to it. It's not ringing a bell.
I'm surprised you haven't heard it yet. It's
I'm
all
sure I've
over.
heard it. I just don't know the name of it. But my favorite walkout was, I think, "Gonna Cut You Down" by Johnny Cash, one of our ace reliever. That's a
our ace reliever used that too.
yeah.
Robert.
Yeah, very good one.
So, what do you think about Arkansas? That's a great question.
I think it's kind of like a state you might lose on the map. It's like one or two steps above
Yeah,
Mississippi.
isn't that Arkansas is where Walmart was founded, right?
Yeah, I think their state bird is like a northern mockingbird or something weird like that.
Yeah, they have
I
some
mean,
mountains, I believe, and some
maybe
hot
like no,
springs, I believe. Like
no,
there's a lot
definitely
of
hot
cool, like
springs.
yeah, there's like a lot of cool little like geographical features to
But
Arkansas.
other than that, kind
The
of
roads are kind of below average. Like some places get bumpy. A
it's
lot
kind
of
of a lame
trees everywhere.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Why
wait,
are they at?
you think they were asking about Arkansas's baseball team or like the state?
Oh, oh, that's awkward.
Yeah, they're talking about
Probably.
the Razorbacks, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only reason to bring up Arkansas in the first place.
um, I guess Arkansas's baseball team is kind of rolling right now. Like anytime you have Dominic Fletcher, Matt Cronin out of the bullpen throwing freaking
Dude,
rifles from the
hot,
left
hot,
side.
hot take. Arkansas has my favorite just crop of pro player prospects. You got Cronin, Dominic Fletcher, Hurston Kerstad, Casey Martin.
Well,
I'm
think
captivated.
about the pros that they've produced. I mean, Dallas Keuchel, James McCann, your boy Benintendi.
Benny,
Um,
Benny
yeah,
Biceps.
there's another one I'm forgetting too. I had it, but then you said Benny Biceps, and it reminded me of myself, Benny Biceps. Um, but dude, yeah, no, that's a program that just pumps out major league talent. So
I think they're the only team in the country that actually has an indoor practice facility.
that's not true.
They legitimately have their own indoor practice
No,
facility.
I know that, but there's plenty of indoor practice facilities. Like I
No,
know
no, no.
Michigan.
Like, no, I mean like baseball field, like indoor, like a baseball field.
Yes, I know. There's a lot of schools that have that, James.
I no, because I specifically watched Arkansas post a video on this, and they said like there's legitimately no one else in the country who has this. Maybe it was because of how big it was. But I specifically remember them bragging about how unique theirs was. But
Okay, well, I can tell you that there's plenty of them that like doesn't who took over our Snapchat the other day?
A&M did, TCU did,
Who was the other one?
Clemson.
Yeah, I think Clemson has one. I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure I saw it on their Snapchat. But
Didn't.
I know
Oh, you know what?
Michigan
Oh, okay, hold on. Correction.
Michigan has one.
Correction. Arkansas said they were the only team in the SEC that had an indoor covered field. That's what it was. That's
Okay,
what. Yeah.
yeah.
Only
Get your
team in the
facts
SEC.
straight.
Because they said
Facts.
league. They said league. But anyway, it's still the best one in the country. So I'm still right. I'm still
All
right.
right, all right.
Moving.
This is a funny question. How do you sleep on the bus?
Oh God. The short answer is you don't. Because
Oh, that's not true. That's
it's
that's a second false thing you've said.
okay.
I fall asleep no matter where if it's 45 minutes on the road or if it's 15 hours. Like I'm gonna fall asleep a
Yeah, dude.
majority of the ride.
You nap more than half your life. So let
Yeah,
me ask
well,
you this.
James, everybody's good at something. Napping, man.
All right, so
That comes
if you
natural
could
to
go
me.
to sleep on the bus, what type of guy were you? There's like three types of guys that sleep on the bus.
Wait,
Are
let me try to
you
guess. Let me try to guess what they are.
okay? Go ahead.
Um, Snorer.
No, I mean style. I mean
Oh,
like what's your sleeping style on the bus?
okay. So there's three. You said
There's like three big ones to me.
sitting straight up,
Yeah, which is
laying
I
laying
hardly
on the
see.
floor, like
Yeah,
under the seats.
that's
There's
a
a lot of
rough one. You got to be dedicated to do that.
And then the other one is like if you don't have a seat partner, you lay down and put your legs up on the seat across from you.
Yes, and sometimes if there's a freshman, you like, hey bud, you got to take my legs because I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
So which guy were you of those three? There's a couple of variations. You can curl up in your own two seats, which is easier for me because I'm on
Yeah.
the shorter side.
I
But
think yeah, I was definitely the guy that laid down flat and then put my feet up on like the headrest of the seat
yeah,
across from me.
yeah. I
So And if enough people do that, like if the person that you put your like the headrest on is also doing it, you guys just swap headrests and like nobody uses it. You just put your feet
That's
there.
right. That's
So
right.
like that's definitely what I did.
Oh God, I love bus rides. I could talk bus rides all day.
How close did you sit to like a TV? Like were you one of those guys that like watched the TVs? Because there's
I
usually like three on each aisle.
I tried to get away from the TVs because our coaches played movies unnecessarily loud, and I wanted to try to go to sleep. So
Yeah.
it kind of depended. Like if it was a long road trip, I wanted a nap. I'm trying to get away
The
from the
worst,
TV.
the worst seats are the ones that are directly underneath the TV screen, like one of the TV screens, and so you
Yeah.
have to like look up like this, or at the very least, you just hear noises going on 24/7. Like just there's noise coming from like raining upon you, and it's the worst.
It's
Like
wild.
it didn't matter to me if I was on the front of the back or front of the bus, back of the bus, middle of the bus, as long as I wasn't underneath the TV screen, I was fine.
100%.
Yeah.
God, I love bus and travel questions. Continue. What else we got?
So we have two more questions. Favorite rivalry in college baseball?
Ooh,
I'm
ooh.
gonna say,
You want to go first?
yeah, I'm gonna say my favorite is probably South Carolina Clemson.
That's nasty. That one. That
I,
one. That,
I I
that
think
one.
I like yeah, I like their weekend series they play every year.
Yeah.
That's definitely one I look forward to because they play like home and then neutral
Neutral
site.
side.
And
That's so good.
I love those kind of rivalries.
That's so nasty. You know, I definitely I like Arizona State, Arizona. That one feels very professional to me. That
Yeah.
rivalry feels. I really like that rivalry. Those schools kind of like have that part of the country all to themselves when they play those games too. Like they're
hmm
definitely the big dogs. It's like, all right, guys, get out of the way. Like let the big dogs at it. So
There's a few though that like kind of honorable mention for me, like Baylor TCU. That's turning into a really good one.
how did I forget TCU and A&M in the postseason?
That's not a rivalry. A&M
Yes,
beats them all the time. Or wait, is it the other way around?
no, it's TCU. TCU beats A&M every year.
Yeah, I had it backwards. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's not a rivalry.
Yeah, but I still love those matchups though. I still love those.
I'll tell you another one. UC Irvine, Cal State Fullerton.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
that's always a good one. But all right, last question. Oh,
Uh-oh, what we got?
would you if you're the hitter, would you rather know that like a specific pitch was coming or the location that pitch was coming? So like you either get
Yeah.
like fastball, you know fastball is coming, or you know like this pitch is going to be low and away.
Ooh,
So if you were like some kind of mind reader and you could pick up one of the two, which one are you choosing?
gotcha. I I always tried to time speeds. I always try to time speeds. So I'd like to know what pitch is coming. Either like hopefully it's fastball or like a curveball, or if it's a slider, I'm not swinging, or if it's a splitter, you look for it just super up in the zone. So I want to know the speed, and I feel like I can just hunt the speed, and that's my best chance from there personally.
That wasn't the question.
Yeah, it was. You said pitch or location, so I want
Yeah,
pitch.
you said speed.
Well, because if I know the pitch, I know the speed.
That's
So
not true.
yes, it is.
That's different than saying like, oh, I thought you were meaning like, if I knew it was 88 miles an
No,
hour,
no,
like I would
no,
hit.
no, no, no. If I know the pitch, I know the speed, and I always tried to like hunt speeds and feel the speed out of what it was going to be. So I want to know the pitch.
All right. Well, I'm actually going to take the opposite. I'm taking location because personally, the only pitch I could hit was middle in. And so there were so many like right-handed changeups that I would swing that were away, or like left-handed curveballs that were away that I would swing at because it looked like it was coming in, like middle
Right.
in. And so if I knew the pitch was away, I would just not swing. And if I knew it was in, I'm gonna pull hook it into the parking lot, foul territory or dugout. But yeah, the only pitch I could hit was like low and in. I would say inside, maybe up and in if I knew it was coming. But
Guys, Ben's lying. Ben can hit lots of pitches, but he liked middle and the best.
no, yeah, middle and by far. So if I knew location, I would have hit about 100 points higher. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's wrapping up our second Tuesday mailbag. James, got anything else before we go? Because if
Yeah,
not,
I,
we'll let the
I got
people.
one final question. Are you going to be game time decision again this weekend? How's the tongue? Are you all right?
My tongue. I don't know if you can see this or if you want to see it, but that's
It
a good
looks
question. My tongue is it's healing up nicely. I have a cup of ice water that I just let soothe my mouth for a while.
all
So
right. I need you ready to go Friday night. I need you to go at
yeah,
least 7
I'll
innings.
have to go to the training room a couple more times, get stretched out, but it should be fine. But yeah, thanks for asking, man.
You're welcome.
I'm sure the people were dying to know.
Oh,
I can't have a podcast being missed with me. So, um, but yeah, that wraps up Tuesday Mailbag. We'll be back next week. Send us your questions and we'll answer them. Bye.